people texting me from college and high school and people I've known, they're saying congrats. It's good. It's better. I'm used to getting the text the other way where people are like, "Oh, you losers, you choked again." Not this time. Not this time. The Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Two-time. Shout out Harold, the two-time Super Bowl champs. The Philadelphia Eagles, baby. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out 215. Go Birds, baby. Go Birds.
You wonder what happened in sports today. Brandon Petrilli, he got the wave. We talking a lot with bros today. Cracking some jokes the podcast way. Goals on goals. With homers on homers. Tutties on tutties. Got moments on moments. Just tune into BSP. Just tune into BSP. Just tune into BSP. Just tune into Petrilli.
Absolute domination, baby. Absolute domination. 40-22. It was 40-6. Let's be real. Those last couple touchdowns, nobody gives a damn. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions, baby. Super Bowl champions. Oh my God. What a season. What a year. What a team. What a show this will be. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode on the BSB Media channel. I'm Brendan Petrilli. Man, oh man, oh man. Shout out to everybody that's been following along all season. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, follow for more. It's been such a great journey. The ups, the downs, and then a lot more ups. If you were here the whole time, let me know in the comments. I appreciate you. The views have been going up and up and up this whole season. It's been an absolute blast. Now it's just let's go hang out and let's have a parade, baby, on Friday. I'll put a vlog out coming out, so make sure you subscribe for that because it's going to be absolutely electric. This game, this team, just from week 5 and beyond, when Nick Sirianni was on the brink of falling apart, this team was on the brink of falling apart, came together and became one of the greatest teams in the history of the NFL. Yes, that is correct, people. That isn't a fluke. That isn't anything. They went out and they straight up dominated week after week when they have their guys out there healthy to complete a game. This team is just an absolute unit, and they can stay together for a couple more years to come here because they're young. They're under contract, most just about everybody. We'll get to that in a little bit, but this team is just absolutely amazing. And man, what a game. Like if you watched the episode with me and Harry, I was pretty confident. I was pretty confident all postseason, where I was never really nervous. I thought the Eagles were always the better team heading into each matchup. It was just, all right, well, if they make a mistake here, if Sirianni messes up, if Jalen Hurts doesn't have a good game, if somebody stops the run, if the defense falters, right? Like these QBs that are elite, that everybody's hyping them up, Stafford, Jordan Love, then Stafford, then Jaden Daniels, then Patrick Mahomes. They want to hype up these quarterbacks week after week after week going up against the number one defense, but they wouldn't mention that. They would just say, oh, these guys could actually do it. But then on the flip side, you just keep on knocking my quarterback, my MVP, the guy who actually went out there and gets it done and is just a flat-out winner in Jalen Hurts. This game was never in question from the jump. The way this team, they had one first down on the very first play the Chiefs did, the Juju, right? And then not another one until halfway through the second. That's insane. That's dominance. And for the offense to go out there and commit to the run, they didn't stop running the football when they were selling out everything. The Chiefs went into that game saying, we're going to stop the run, and Jalen Hurts needs to beat us. And Jalen Hurts beat you, dog. He absolutely beat you. He was on point from the get-go. throwing that 4th and 5 pass that got called back where you thought everything was going to be, uh-oh, here it goes again in the Chiefs' favor. That pass to AJ was on the money. And then the pass to Jahan Dotson was on the money. Pass to Devontae Smith for the dagger on the money. Throws where he's stepping up, reading, staying in the pocket, hitting Dallas Goedert over the middle, hitting his checkdowns, picking up the blitz. The evolution of Jalen Hurts' game this season is so incredible. And that's the guy we saw 2 years ago. That's the guy everybody was just like, well, are we going to see Super Bowl 57 Jalen Hurts, or are you going to see last season's Jalen Hurts, right? What was the guy you were going to see this year? Jalen Hurts is that dude. He should never be questioned again that he is not a top tier quarterback in the league. I'm not saying top 10. I'm not saying top 5. I'm saying a top 3 quarterback in the league because this guy week in, week out does what he has to do to win games. Whatever the team asks of him, he can do it. Yeah, they got great weapons left and right. That's because they're a great organization. If there's other guys behind center there, who knows if they get them the ball? You've seen guys, these big time guys have some talent around them, but they can't get it done when it means the most. Jalen Hurts gets it done when it means the most. This is the dude that is the top of the league. He is the top of the league. He is going be the defending champion going into the year. He is the Super Bowl MVP. Man, awesome. Sorry, I'm getting choked up here. Shout out to water. Oh, but before we get into more of this game here, shout out to Philly Drinkers sponsoring this episode and the next couple going forward here. We've always been rocking with Philly Drinkers. Make sure now is the best time to go get all that Super Bowl merch. Go check it out. Use my name, Brendan Petrilli, at checkout. They got Jalen Hurts swag. They got Super Bowl championship shirts, hats. There's going to be more coming out. As the boy Alex, I was just talking with him all day today, coming up with some different designs. Brandon Graham, Cooper DeJean, you name it. Maybe we're going to get a banner together. We'll have to see when we put it out. So make sure you go check out phillydrinkers.com right now and then come back to this episode for more of this football game. Use my name, Brendan Petrilli, at checkout. It's the best spot to go. These hoodies, I got the official Super Bowl hat. You can't get that there, but there's some hats that are going to be even just as nice on phillydrinkers.com. So go check them out. But Jalen Hurts balled out. Everybody stepped up to the level of play. And what was I telling you that the Chiefs had to do? The Chiefs had to play perfect. Everybody wants to talk, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, if you got it close in a one-score game with 2 minutes left, I don't care. When you're up by 40, like, come on now. He can't move the ball to save his life in a big game here. One of the biggest games, they're going for a three-peat, and he just gets absolutely rattled from the get-go. The little pouty faces that him and Travis had, their offensive linemen just getting absolutely bullied with 0 blitzes on the day from the Eagles defensive line. Just straight up man to man. I'm going to kick your ass and I'm going to go get the quarterback. That's what each and every one of these guys did for the Eagles defense on the defensive line and then in the secondary. Because honestly, some of these sacks were coverage sacks too, where they were letting these guys have a couple extra seconds and making Mahomes move in the pocket for then one of them just to come up and smack him. And he couldn't recover. He could not recover. The rest of those guys that we talked about, the Hopkins, the Jujus, the Xavier Worthies, who ended up having a nice stat line, right? Oh, good for him. 170 yards, 2 touchdowns for what? They were down 40 or 34-0. And then he started putting up those numbers. Who cares? Who cares? because those guys we kept bringing up, the Pachecos, the Hunts, the Jujus, those guys all had to step up, and none of them could get open for Mahomes. He was looking like Donovan McNabb out there a little bit, spiking the ball into the ground and missing guys left and right. They had to play perfect. They didn't. The Eagles play perfect. That's what the Eagles do. That's what they've done this year. What a team. What a game. What a season. What a season, man. Some of the biggest moments, right? Obviously, sack, sack. Patrick Mahomes rolls out, looking. Travis Kelce or whoever he's throwing to across his body. Cooper DeJean comes in to the crib. That was, let alone the moment, but the time where you're just like, wow, this has got a chance. Now, I'm going to get to the play that I really think in the moment that got us there, but that got it going. That got the party. Everybody feeling pretty good. But at the end of the day, it is still Patrick Mahomes, right? He could get them back in that game. But then the very next drive, they go and they make them punt. Eagles chew up a little bit of clock. Chiefs get the ball back. First play, Josh Sweat drives his offensive lineman into Patrick Mahomes' lap. Zach Bond makes an absolutely incredible play, diving interception. And then the easiest play of the day comes right after it. And you hit A.J. Brown on a little crossing route, and he walks right into the end zone. That was the moment for me. I looked at everybody I was watching with, at my friends, before I had to go into work, and I said, wow, that was so easy. This is going to happen. And it did. It did. Man. And then the second half, it was just all gravy in that third quarter, man. For them to come out and just totally straight up dominate. The Chiefs, you're thinking, okay, they get points before half, they'll get the ball, and then they can make it a game if they get another score. The Eagles just said no. They said no, that will not happen. They forced the punt to end after DeAndre Hopkins, who's complaining. Oh, what are you going to say about the refs now, right? After they got their asses kicked. The refs had nothing to do with any of that game because they just straight up got their asses kicked. Punt to end the second quarter. Punt to start the third quarter. Eagles go, get the field goal, get a stop on fourth down, a huge play by Avonte Maddox. Next play, Jalen Hurts, not read option, play action pass, deep ball, Devontae Smith, dagger, game over. First Alabama wide receiver to catch a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And it's over. Put it in the bucket, lock it up. What a game. What a game. And then after that, who cares? The party was on. Congratulations, Patrick Mahomes, for stat patting there against a bunch of backups. It was kind of sad. Yeah, I get it. It's the Super Bowl. You got to fight till the very end. But it was sad. It was hilarious to watch. And I loved every single minute of it, man. What a great year. What a great game. Straight up domination. Let me know what other plays you thought were some key ones. Obviously, Maddox getting that fourth down stop. Just the way they were getting constant pressure. Jalen Carter was setting up. He didn't have the biggest stat line, but the way he set up Sweat and Jalix Hunt and his boy Smith, he was running guys, his guy into the other lineman for the other guys to loop and do a stunt and go right for Mahomes. It was drawn up to perfection. The way that Jalen Carter can read plays and know what the defense or what the offense is going to do and see one of the plays where they were going for a halfback screen and Jalen was going right at him at Mahomes, saw the movement of the lineman, drops back, and it's just like standing in front of him. He had to throw it into the turf. That was one of the biggest brain plays I've ever seen from a defensive lineman. Just to be able to read that so quickly where he was coming, and then he's like, oh, no, no, no. All right. And then just killed the play. The guy wrecks games and is so amazing. So amazing. And this team's going to be together for a couple years here. This team can keep Zach Vaughn. Josh Sweat had a hell of a game, but I think you got bigger fish that you could go out there and get. Go get your money, Zach. Or Zach, not Zach. Josh. Been an absolutely great Eagle. But he can go get it elsewhere because I think I would love to keep him. I think he can go get some bigger fish, possibly. So we'll see. Milton Williams, go get paid, man. A guy that I would love to see come back, though, is Mekhi Becton. Mekhi, the way he was able to reinvent his career, he was a cast-off. He was Jalen Reagor, right, for the Jets. He was a bust. Bum. My boy EJ is always, he's not made for the spotlight, yada, yada, yada. Can't be the top guy. This guy came in, moved from tackle to guard, became an absolute stud, and has an opportunity to get paid. Now the Eagles can pay him a little bit, but hopefully he looks around and goes, this team bet on me. This team gave me a chance to shine, and it paid off. Now, yeah, it can pay off for a big payday if that's what he wants to go. I'm not gonna hate him for that. But if he wants to stay and keep in a winning situation for him in a good spot that he is now comfortable with and keep on winning, I hope he stays because that offensive line is insane. I would love for him to be a part of it. That would be an interesting offseason moving forward here. What a game. Super Bowl champions. Just let it sink in, everybody. Let it sink in. Thanks everybody out there for listening. Hit some couple bets too. Had Jalen Hurts, MVP, Smitty touchdown, the punt. How about the punt bet? I told y'all. I hope you could have got on it. I went back to rebet it and on FanDuel and they took it down. But I saw you could get it on other books too, so I pumped it. Twice too. Twice he punted it into the end zone, or Ariza did. So, but yeah, thanks everybody out there. Like, follow, subscribe for more. Go follow me at Brendan Petrilli. Links to more vlogs and stuff in the description. We'll be putting stuff out all week. We're going to the parade. We're having some fun. I had to work post game, so I had to leave at halftime, but that game was over anyway. And it was such a blast. Nights like that is why you do it, why I work in sports media, to enjoy everybody who's calling from all over the place. People texting me from college and high school and people I've known that are saying congrats. It's good. It's better. I'm used to getting the text the other way where people are like, oh, you losers, you choked again. Not this time. Not this time. The Eagles are Super Bowl champions. 2-time. Shout out Harold, the 2-time Super Bowl champs. The Philadelphia Eagles, baby. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to 215. Go Birds, baby. Go Birds.